Okay, so a wonderful hello to everyone. So today we're going to go through Prowise Presenter, but the awesome feature within Prowise Presenter called ProConnect. Now, a reminder, I do have my chat, so please send me any messages if you need anything, and I'm happy to chat with you with my chat feed. So please just be mindful of that, and I'll just open up my chat feed so I can see it just here on the side. Okay, so here we go. So Prowise Presenter. So you've got Prowise Presenter, the umbrella, and then underneath that you've got awesome features of the application. Today we're going to discuss ProConnect, as one of my colleagues asked for that. But you've got ProConnect, you've got ProQuiz, which we can visit another time, an awesome tool that you can also use through ProConnect. You've got the coding application, CodeWise, and then you've got some wonderful interactive tools. But what we'll do today is we're going to focus on ProConnect. So I'm just going to show you the ProConnect page just here. Now, when I search for Prowise Presenter, I simply end up at this page. Now, I've got an option to open up Presenter 9 or Presenter 10. You'll see that I'm just scrolling around those so that you can see. Now, Presenter 9 is a wonderful resource. It will cease use in August, I believe, this year. And what the amazing thing that Prowise have done is they've created Prowise Presenter 10. Now, Presenter 10 will have incredibly wonderful features over Presenter 9. Having said that, because it was made from scratch, we're still transitioning over from 9 to 10. So 10 is an absolutely wonderful application to use at the moment. Having said that, there are features within 9 that I would still use if I was in the classroom, which is the reason why Prowise are keeping 9 around until they migrate everything over to 10. Now, in particular, if I was using ProConnect in the classroom, I would be using Presenter 9 for a few reasons. Now, I'll model all of that with you today, but what I'll do is I'm just going to ask you to make sure you're at this page. But please bring your attention just to where my mouse is about to scroll, where it says ProConnect. Eventually, I'm going to get you to go to ProConnect, but not just yet, but just please be mindful of that. So I've searched for Prowise Presenter. I'm going to go and open Presenter 9. So just simply clicking on Presenter 9, you may get a flash message. Please send me a little message on the chat if you get a little message with regards to flash. And then I can guide you through that. Now, I've simply just opened up Presenter 9. You don't need to do this. All you need to do is you need to watch so that you're aware of the tools and what I'm going to do at my side. Now, with Presenter ProConnect, I'm just going to take you over to this page. I'm just going to show you all the different features within ProConnect. Now, these are all the things that you can do with ProConnect. You can get your students to vote. You can share your screen with them, and that way they can, send back information. You can use tools with them, and you can also push out a quiz with them. Now, the reason why I opened up Presenter 9 as opposed to Presenter 10 is for this reason. Now, Presenter 9 votes and Presenter 10 votes. The wonderful thing about 9, though, at the moment is it collects data. 10 doesn't. Presenter 9 will allow me to share my screen, but unfortunately Presenter 10 doesn't just yet. It will do very soon. Presenter 9 will allow me to use tools, wonderful interactive tools we'll play with today, but Presenter 10 does do the same. Presenter 9 will allow me to use the quiz feature and save my data. However, unfortunately, ProQuiz 10 hasn't done that yet. So you'll see why that is the reason why I'm actually using 9 at the moment. Like I said, 10 will transition. It's just we're just waiting for that. Prowise are working really hard on their end. All right, so I'm going to take you back to Prowise Presenter 9. Now, Prowise Presenter 9 and Prowise Presenter 10 look very similar. Now, you're more than welcome to have a look at any old videos, and that will guide you into, the differences, because I've got quite a few webinars up there, so you can have a look at the different applications. But I'm just going to do something basic at the moment. I'm just going to show you how to vote. So I'm assuming all my members that are connected today have already used Prowise Presenter, so I'm just going to go over to my image gallery. I'm just going to search for dogs, and I'm searching for an image without a background, so I'm putting PNG behind it. So I'm just going to search the internet for a dog. Now, I might just pick puppy 1, puppy 2, and this beautiful puppy 3. So I'm just going to close that now, and you'll see I have 3 puppies here. I'm just going to go through all the features of ProConnect just to show you how to use them all. So you saw how simple that is. Now as the teacher, I'm going to choose this puppy will be my A, this puppy will be my C, and this puppy will be my, B, and this will be my C. I'm just going to move them over so they look like they're in the right spot, and here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the question out to the kids. Assume this, I mean, I'm just using a basic example here, but we're all teachers, depending on our learning intention and you know, what outcomes you want to achieve. It just shows you the possibilities of what you could do with the software. So assume my discussion is with the children at the moment. What pet or what dog do you favor the most? Is it dog A, B, or C? Now I'm simply going to start ProConnect. So I'm going to go over to the ProConnect symbol now. The ProConnect symbol is just here. You'll see that it's 2 lines, 2 arrows, and like a piece of paper. I'm going to click over here, and I'm simply going to start a new session. So you'll see I've created the work. I'm simply going to start a session. Now when I start a session, it'll generate a code. Now give me a sec. I'm going to show you what you need to do. Now in Prowise, like I brought my your attention to this page, I'd like you all to go to ProConnect. Simply by going over to ProConnect, I need you to put your name in. My friend Victoria used this last, and then you need to enter the code. Now I already generated the code. So what you'll do is you'll have the children opening up ProConnect, just sitting there waiting for your code, while you as the teacher have this modeled and you've got it on the panel for the kids. So I'll just give you all a moment to connect, and I'm also going to do the same on my mobile phone. Now you can download the ProConnect app on your phone, or you can use it directly or your iPads or any of your devices, or you can use it directly from the browser. Obviously if you've got the little ones, you know, you've got stage 1, early stage 1, it probably might be better for you to have the app. It'll just save time and obviously be easier instead of the kids going over to the browser. So I've simply got my code in, and what it should say wait for the next activity to start, and you'll have a scrolling image. Now as the teacher, I can click on the X or OK just to get out of that, and I'm going to go back into ProConnect here, and now I'm going to see who's actually connected. So I've got Belinda, Danielle, and Renee. So I've got 3 people currently connected. If anyone else is connecting, please just send me a message so that I know you're about to connect. I don't want to leave you out. But it's as simple as that. The kids just log in and put a code in. Now your code will change every single time. So don't sit there worrying about having to laminate the code. Now as a teacher, I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to go back to ProConnect. So I've already seen my participants. Any little person that walks in late, just click on the code and get them to join again. So any of our friends, 03751632. And here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do, and obviously my intention here is for the children to vote, I'm going to click on vote. Now on the top right hand corner, I'm going to go start voting. Now these are your options with Presenter 9. I obviously am going to organise a multiple choice and get you to choose puppy A, puppy B, puppy C. In a moment, when I push ready on here, you'll see on your device, you'll have an option to choose A, B, or C. So have a look now, if you can choose your favourite pup, and it's so hard. So just choose your pup and then push it over to me. Now, if you have a look, I'm going to go to the top right-hand side where it says results. And I can see that 2 of us, like puppy A, and 2 of us, hold on, we've only got 2 people voting so far. Because I can see that information there. 2 out of the 3 colleagues have voted. Excellent. Oh, that's so good. We've given them equal reign because they are all pretty beautiful. But you know what? You can actually go back on your device, choose another answer, and you'll see that the data will change. And that's a perfect example for the kids to show them that your results can change and your information changes. So for early stage 1, or even stage 2, to show the children, you know, use of the graph there, I think that's pretty awesome. You can go over here to the list of your participants. You can see who's chosen what. But the awesome thing is you can save the results in the presentation. So I've just saved everything. Kids leave the classroom. I can go back now. I can go over to my results and look at how the students answered. A perfect tool for assessment. I mean, I've just used puppies, but obviously there's so much more that we can do with the software. That's why I like to use 9, because when 10 has this capability of saving the data, it'll be pretty exciting, because 10 will have so much more than 9 will. So I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to stop the voting by just closing over here. Now that just shows you your option to vote. Now, if you look at your device, it'll say waiting for the next activity to start. Because when I go back to ProConnect here, I can look at my participants, and the three people are connected, Belinda, Danielle, and Renee. So I know you're still connected there. So I'm going to close this. So now I'm going to give you an option of something else you can do with ProConnect. I'm going to just go over to another page. Let's share the screen now. Assume I'm going to sit here talking about mindfulness, and you know, I'm talking about, you know, how feelings do change, and we get good feelings and negative feelings and bad feelings, and that they're all a normal part of life. We've come in after lunch, and I'm going to assume this page looked a lot nicer than it does. I'm going to share my screen with the students now and ask them to draw how they feel today. So I'm going to go back to ProConnect. It's always the same way, but I'm going to share my screen this time, not vote. So if I go over to share screen, and at the top, share screen. Now, if you have a look at your devices, you've got an option with the bottom left with some tools to draw how you feel. Hopefully you're feeling happy today. You haven't had to deal with too much wet weather. If you can draw how you feel and then press send over to me, I'll be able to bring it up on my panel. So I've already received one person's. If I'm going to click on there, that's how I feel. And Renee, looking lovely. The Renee's smiling, and just waiting for Danielle to show us how she feels. And hopefully you're feeling.
Not a very good drawer.
Oh, I can hear you now. That's wonderful. Oh, okay, Danielle. And we've got Danielle as well. So, I mean, that just gives you an example of, you know, kids pushing that out. Imagine it's a mathematical question. It could be a piece of writing, a scroll where the children need to, you know, add information on grammar, write a haiku, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just going to bring your attention over here into the right. I'm going to go live connection. I'm going to choose 2 of my friends, Danielle and Renee. Can I get you both to draw live? Because we'll actually be able to watch you now that I've gone live connection. We'll all be able to watch each other, you know, give your answers live. So we can see that Danielle's drawing some hair and a nice little hairdo there. And Renee's drawing ears. And as the teacher, you know, I can go over and I can make notes as well. Now, the thing is, you can save all this information, which is awesome too. Very creative. I don't want to stop you, but I'm going to have to stop you. So, I mean, that all I had to do was go live connection. You can also pause the children. So if they're chatty, you can just select their name and pause them. So you have the power as the teacher. I'm just going to close that, and I'm going to continue. Let me go back through ProConnect. So I've already used the voting option. You saw how easy it was to just create a lesson. I've used the share screen option, but now let me use the tools. Now the tools are embedded in the program, and they're wonderful. So I'll click on tools, and you've got quite a few different tools that you can actually use here. Now you can connect all the children to a shuttle, and they can participate in a race. You've got a word cloud, and I encourage you to play with them at lots of different times. A mind map. Now that's awesome if you're doing some planning and you're sharing some ideas or creating like a flow chart. And I mean, you've got different options, collaboration tools or competition tools, but I'm going to join you all today to a monkey. So I'm going to go to monkey swim. All I've done is just open it up. I can tell you're already connected on ProConnect by going back over to the ProConnect symbol and looking at my participants. So I'm going to, let's go addition and subtraction up to 10, busy day, and I'm going to press start. In a second, you're going to get some questions on your device, and when you answer them, your monkey's going to climb a vine and one of us will win. So I'm pushing that out to you now. Have a look at your devices and answer the questions. Okay, we've got a lot of competition between Danielle and Renee. Danielle's currently in the lead, and it's just always exciting when you go through this because teachers get so competitive. And Danielle and all, it's a bit tight. We've got some serious competition going there, and I'm too busy watching, and I think we've got a winner. But imagine the children watching that on the panel as well. You know, it just becomes a lot of fun. Now, you can't save the data in this activity, but, you know, you've got a perfect beginning to a maths lesson, or, you know, just doing a lot of field building, you know, a lot of fun. So we might stop the race, and we've got Renee, then Danielle, then Belinda. And if you pressed other winners, you know, all the other students come up here as well. So all I did there was I went over to ProConnect and I simply went over to the tools. So now I've showed you 3 different things. I've showed you, one, how to do your voting option, or your yes, no, your true, your falses, depending on what you're creating. You saw me create the share screen, which is just behind this quiz. And then you also saw me access, sorry, not the quiz, the tool. And you also saw me open up the tools. Now, the last part of ProConnect that I'll model for you is I'm going to push out a quiz to you. So I'm going to go over to a ready-made quiz and show you how to use that on ProConnect. Now, it's so easy to create a quiz. This is your quiz making tool just over here. If you were to click on this, you could create a simple quiz by going over to your quiz maker. And I mean, that's where you would create your quiz, and we can always do that another time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a ready-made quiz because we don't have very long for the session. And I'm just going to give you just a simple generic quiz, just a few questions so that you get an idea, but at least you know where to access the quiz maker. And remember, you can save results. Okay, so the quiz is being loaded. You may have to put your code in possibly again. I'm just going to go over and see who's actually connected. Okay, so I have actually dropped out. I've still got Danielle and Renee connected. 0375. And that's how simple it is if any issues are going on with the children and their technology. You saw how quickly it was for me to just get back on there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've already got a ready-made quiz. Now I could time this quiz, or I can just leave it for the children to work at their own pace. Now I'm going to press start. Now when you use the quiz maker through ProConnect, you could do it as a class, and you could have a quiz come up as a class. You can do it without ProConnect, or I can push it out individually. Now I'm going to push a quiz out individually to you using ProConnect. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to send. Now on your first page, could I please just ask you to just put today's date? If you could just write webinar and today's date on there, which would be wonderful. And today our date is the 9th. I'm just putting mine in, so just 9.3.20, so I know the date. And at the bottom on the corner, you've got an arrow, just go to the next page. So you'll get an idea of what the quiz actually looks like. Did today's course meet your expectations? So you've got some multiple choice there. You can get the children to answer with a numeric value, or you've got, you know, alphabetical options there. You've got colors and shapes. There's lots you can do. You can have an image, you can have short answer questions, or you can have you know, a few answer questions. And then when you're ready, if you just, you know, give me your feedback in the end, and just simply go to finish. Now I'll see 2 of the 3 quizzes have been completed and just waiting for 1 more of our colleagues. So you'll be able to tell when the children have or haven't finished their work. Awesome. So now you'll see it's come up with results. Now you've got the data there. I can go to the multiple choice questions. I can see how the students answered. I can go over to the open-ended questions. I can have a look at, you know, what people answered. Thank you so much for being so lovely and saying thank you. But what I can do is I can also save the data. So I can go over to File, Save the Results. I'm going to save them in my private file, place here, and just call it web 3. Oh, it's today? No, it's 9th of the 3rd, 20. Oops. And that way I can go and have a look at my my data another time. So this shows you, I'll just move over to a blank page. This shows you, I'll just go back and put my video on so I can see you. So this shows you how to use ProConnect now. It gets you, shows you how to vote. It shows you how to use your share screen, and it shows you how to use the tools within Prowise Presenter through ProConnect. Now, please don't hesitate to put any questions under this video when it's posted, and it will be posted very soon. And you can always contact us on Facebook, and we can always reply and support you with anything else that you need. I hope you found the session valuable. I haven't seen any messages here with the chat, so I'm assuming there aren't any questions. I might just wait a sec, see if there are any questions. Thank you, I have to go. No, that was one of our colleagues that's already gone. All right, well, I hope you've had a lot out of the session. Please remember to contact me through ELB Education Australia if you need anything. Happy playing with ProConnect, and remember, if you need anything, just reach out. I hope you have a wonderful day. It was lovely to meet you through the webinar, and hopefully see you next week. Thank you. Bye.